Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, July 21st. Thank you for joining us once again. Another quick week, and we are back in your homes once again, or maybe back on your smartphone. It is clear, 75 warm degrees already. High today expected to be 102. The heat index will probably be 152. It's going to be hot. We are so glad that you're with us. I'm Steve Keim.
I'm Pam Ballard, and good morning, Enid. It's time to rise and shine.
Thank you, AJ. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And while I'm thinking of it, I want to say a special thanks to Aaron Rentz, Merrifield Furniture, and Enid Floral and Gifts. They do a great job each week to help us out with our studio set. And we have not, or I have not publicly thanked them in a while, so thank you. And thank you for joining us. We got a great show today. There's an open house this weekend. There's an air show this weekend. The Colonel is in the house. And so we'll have a chance.
So we're having fried chicken?
Yeah, way to go, Pam. Boy, it threw me off. Boy, that's pretty impressive. Well, Pam Ballard, welcome back. And I guess you had to say something to interrupt me just so you could have a part here this morning. What's going on with United Way?
Hey, we are getting ready for our big campaign kickoff with United Way, raising quite a lot of money for the agencies in the area, people who do a great amount of good in our community, so we're looking forward to that. Okay. Vance PR Foods are going to be our campaign chairs, and so it's just a great time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in answer to your question, no, the Colonel of the chicken is not going to be here, but the Colonel is going to be here, or one of the Colonels, I should say. Anyway, we got to get going. This is a quick 30 minutes. Let's look at some of the statewide temps real quick, just in case you're planning a day trip on this hot July 21st across the state. If you go down to Colgate, I've been to Colgate. Have I been to Frederick? I don't think so. But I've been to Hominy. Hominy plays football. That's the home of the Bucks. Hominy Bucks.
Yeah, I lived in Cleveland.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's your stuff. Anyway, as you can see, folks, across the state, because it's 75 here in Enid, it's 75 pretty much across the state. A little warmer in Hominy in the northeast part of the state. And Pam, the air show and open houses this weekend. So what's the 3-day forecast look like?
Yeah, the 3-day forecast is going to be hot, hot, and hotter. So we're looking tomorrow at 105. Sunday, cool. Cool front's coming in 104, and Sunday 101. But the good news is the sunrises have been beautiful in the full moon. It's like you can't beat that. So take those in.
And if you haven't noticed, the sunset is a minute 20-some seconds early each day. So we're past that hot point, and we're getting closer to fall. Come on, September. I'm ready.
Oh, yeah, we're losing 20 minutes of daylight already just from start of summer.
That's true, the way it works. Well, as you can see, we got some good-looking Thunderbird jets behind us. You know, I'm sorry, I don't even know if those are F watts, but anyway, they look like they're...
could tell us probably.
Probably, but I think they are in a hurry. And speaking of that, we want to have a graphic that we want to show you about the open house and air show this weekend. Thank you, Penn, for putting that up there. It's absolutely free. The gates open at 9 o'clock. I heard there's 1 million people expected to show up.
Yeah.
And anyway, it's a great opportunity, open house, to visit Vance and also to see the Thunderbirds, and we'll learn more about the Thunderbirds here. Well, again, thank you for joining us. If you're planning your day, high today, 102. Heat index was going to be, I forgot the number, what'd you say, 105 to 115. Thank you. So, in other words, it's going to be warm. Take care of the pets. If you have any dogs or cats or any other animals that are out there. The other day I was driving up to Enid and I saw all these cows in the pond. They were halfway up, you know, but they were in the pond. They were in the swimming pool. Yeah. Speaking of pond, there's Matilda. Matilda belongs to AJ, Pam, and that's the new swimming pool that AJ has on his farm, so Matilda. So,
Good
well,
for
enough of that.
Matilda.
It's 7:35,
It's time for Derek, isn't it?
and the Oklahoma Minute.
That's right.
Donald Trump receives 24 or 43 Oklahoma delegates' votes at the Republican National Convention and secures the GOP presidential nomination. An Oklahoma judge vacated the murder conviction of a man who was serving a life sentence for a 1998 killing. The accused walks free after nearly 2 decades wrongfully behind bars. The Oklahoma City Zoo conservation efforts have raised $270,000 during the last fiscal year. The funds will help 2 organizations in Asia purchase 13,000 acres of rainforest in central Sumatra to provide protected habitat for animals there. The city of Enid is considering a curbside recycling program and is seeking input from the community. If you have not taken the survey, please take a moment to complete the survey at enid.org/recycling survey. And on this day in history, in 2011, NASA's Space Shuttle program completes its final and 135th mission when the shuttle Atlantis lands at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. During the program's 30-year history, its 5 orbiters, Columbia, Challenger, Discovery, Atlantis, and Endeavour, carried more than 350 people into space and flew more than 500 million miles, and shuttle crews conducted important research, serviced the Hubble Space Telescope, and helped in the construction of the International Space Station, among other activities. NASA retired the shuttles to focus on a deep space exploration program that could one day send astronauts to asteroids and Mars. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Pam.
Derek Silas, thank you, the bow tie guy. Now, did you watch Laugh In when you were a kid?
Oh,
Do you remember way back then?
Yes, I was.
Way back?
Yes.
It's way back for me.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Lily Tomlin,
that's
Goldie
our
Hawn.
that's our version of Gary Owen doing the news. Derek does a good job for us. Okay, if you have a chance to take summer vacation and a birthday party, we announce some birthdays from time to time, Pam, but you can do so by sending a picture to gme@enid.org. And Pam, tell us about this picture.
Yeah, this is a picture of my 3 grandchildren. We went out to Meadow Lake here in Enid, and they are fishing. I call this actually Miracle at Meadow Lake because my 3 grandchildren are never still for this long. I thought it's a beautiful picture with the sunset there. And
It is. Get the water tower.
nice place in Enid.
Well, there's the cows. You were asking about the Holsteins
I was
earlier.
hoping they were still around.
They are. They're checking the mailbox.
Yeah. So just send all your comments and pictures and questions to gme@enid.org.
Very good. Thank you. So what's next?
Brooke is back.
Okay.
So Brooke, take it away.
Good morning, Enid. Thank you for having me back this morning. We've got a lot going on at the Central National Bank Center. This weekend, we do have the Mid-America Youth Basketball Tournament. However, I will be at our vendor table at the air show this weekend, so if you're there, be sure to stop by and say hello. And then looking into August, we've got the Cherokee Strip Friends of NRA Banquet, and that's going to be Saturday, August 13th. And then moving on into September, we'll have Ted Nugent on Friday, September 2nd. Tickets are still available for that event. And then our most recent announcement is Chase Rice, Everybody We Know Does Tour. That's going to be on Thursday, December 1st. And we have tickets starting at just $20 for that event. That'll be a great one, so if you're looking for an early Christmas present. And then our holiday show is Cirque Dreams Holidays. That's going to be on Monday, December 5th, and we will have a dinner before the show. So if you want a fun night out before the holidays, be sure to come to that event. For a full list of all of our events, you can visit our website at cmbcenter.com. Thank you, and back to you, Pam and Steve.
Very good, Brooke. Thank you so much. My favorite color is red, so Brooke is dressing the part today, you know, with that red dress.
I have red shoes.
Well, that counts too. So I like red shoes, I guess. I don't have a pair of red shoes personally, but anyway, I just like red. You have a favorite color?
Blue.
Blue, okay.
Blue is my favorite color.
Well, as you can tell, we've got our little patriotic scene today. Thank you for joining us, everyone. It's 7:40, holding steady with 75 degrees under clear sky. Did you see the full moon in the west this morning?
I did.
It's really-
Yeah, the last couple of mornings or so, it's been
Yeah.
gorgeous. So I think that makes up for the hot temperatures for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On the United Way campaign, just real quick, if somebody called and said, Pam, I want to help out, I want to write a big check, what number do they call, or how do they get in touch
They
with
call
you?
580-237-0821, or they email me at pballard@unitedwayenid.org. And even small checks. I'm not discouraging large checks, don't get me
Okay.
wrong, but every bit helps.
Well, I just kind of threw that out there because I wanted you to provide us the phone number. We may be able to get that on the screen later, I'm not sure. But anyway, we just wanted to give you that
Thank
opportunity.
you so much, I appreciate that.
And we know the United Way makes a difference all across this country. Speaking of making a difference, we've got a couple special folks lined up. Now it's time for Jamara. We're one-on-one with Jamara.
Our special guest on One-on-One with Jamara is Vice Commander of the 71st Flying Training Wing at Vance Air Force Base, Colonel Fred Cunningham. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Jamara, and good morning, Enid.
Thank you for being with us. Now, for starters, as the Vice Commander of the 71st Flying Training Wing, what's your mission?
Well, we look at our mission as basically being threefold. We want to develop our airmen that are stationed out at Vance Air Force Base. Our primary role is to deliver pilots, and we've delivered over 33,000 pilots in Vance's 75-year history. And then we deploy warriors around the world, and at any given time, we have approximately 30 of our airmen stationed all around the globe, to include the places that you would suspect, places like Afghanistan and Iraq. So.
Wow. So you guys are very, very busy.
We are very busy. But it's a wonderful busy, and we appreciate what we're able to bring to the combatant commanders in the pilot production mission. And every year we issue out approximately 300 sets of wings. So we are indeed very, very busy.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, what was your previous station before you came to Vance Air Force Base?
Yeah, prior to coming to Vance, I was actually stationed in Washington, D.C. I attended the National War College, and prior to that, I was in the Pentagon for 3 years on the air staff, working in the Strategic Plans and Policy Division. So we did things like arms control, counter-proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, the Department of Defense's Foreign Clearance Program. So those are the types of things we did. So after spending 4 years in Washington, to be able to come to Enid and be with the down-home people that we have here, it's been a real joy to me.
Well, great, great. Now, I was reading your biography, and earlier in your career, you had multiple trainings at Altus Air Force Base.
Yes.
Did you have a chance to visit Enid back then?
Actually, I have had the opportunity to come back to Vance before I was stationed here.
Okay.
Fortunately, my younger brother, 2 years younger than I am, actually attended pilot training here at Vance Air Force Base. So I had the opportunity to come back back in 1998 when he graduated from pilot training. He's still in the Air Force. He's actually currently deployed to Afghanistan as we speak. But he's continuing to fly, and all that's based on the foundation that he received right here at Vance.
Wow, wow, wonderful. Now, let's get to the air show.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This Saturday, July 23rd, there's an open house air show at Vance Air Force Base. And I understand that it's free of charge, and it's from 9 to 5 p.m., as you can see on the slides. But Colonel Cunningham, can you tell us what's going to take place?
Yes.
What can people expect at that event?
So we're expecting anywhere from between 35,000 to about 40,000 people. So it's going to be crowded.
Right.
It's obviously, as you heard the weather forecast, it's going to be very hot. So please bring your sunscreen. You're welcome to bring water bottles, canteens. Please don't bring any glass or alcohol or those types of things. We will have the ability to refill those containers, so you're welcome to bring those.
Okay.
We have a whole bunch of wonderful acts lined up and we sure hope that you come out. We will start with the procession of all the training aircraft that have flown at Vance Air Force Base in its 75-year history dating back to 1941. That will culminate with the 3 aircraft that we currently fly, which is the T-6 Texan II, our T-38 Talon, and our T-1 Jayhawk. We will have 8 civilian aerobatic acts. So they will be flying, and then obviously the highlight of the show, it goes without saying, is going to be the U.S. Air Force demonstration team Thunderbirds. Wow. So we're really excited to be able to have them here at Vance. This is the first time that we've hosted an air show since 2008. So this is a great opportunity for us to be able to open our gates to welcome the wonderful citizens of Enid, America, and North Central Oklahoma, and be able to bring them out and let them see a little bit about what we do, and also for us to say thank you for all the wonderful support that this community gives to Vance Air Force Base.
And now, in preparation for that event, lots of people have asked parking, how we get there, do we need to bring an ID? How can you tell people to best prepare for this event? Because obviously it's going to be crowded.
Yes.
So there needs to be some control.
Yes, it will be crowded. There will be parking on base, and the gates will open at 9 o'clock in the morning, so people can come on base. They will be directed to parking areas on Vance, and then we will have shuttle buses that will be going around the base, so that they will board the bus, and the bus will take them over to the flight line, where they will actually get to see the air show. We do want to highlight, please don't bring any weapons, guns, knives, anything like that will not be allowed on base. We will do screening, so everybody will have to go through a screening process as they get on the bus. Again, safety is paramount. We want everybody to come out. We want everybody to have a good time, but we want everybody to have a safe visit to Vance.
Right. And now, again, people need to bring their ID.
Yes, definitely bring an ID. Again, bring sunscreen, bring chairs, strollers for the little ones. Those are welcome. Understand that you will be boarding a bus, so only take what you can carry. Please don't bring coolers and those types of things, but as I said, water bottles are welcome. Please don't bring any kind of fireworks, weapons. Please don't bring umbrellas. What I would suggest that everybody do is if you visit www.vance.af.mil, you will see a 75th anniversary patch in the corner of that webpage. If you click on that link, it will take you to the actual open house and air show website, and you'll have any information that you require will all be laid out on that particular website.
Thank you for explaining that. Now, for families with small children,
Yes.
What can they expect? Are there going to be activities for the little ones?
There will be some activities for the younger kids. We will have a kids zone, and that's going to include some simulators. It's going to include bounce houses and some activities that will be inside. So hopefully get the kids a little bit out of the shade or out of the sun and into the shade, protect them a little bit. But we do have some activities specifically designed for the younger folks to educate them a little bit about aviation, but also to allow them to have a good time and burn some of the energy when they get tired of walking around and looking at the static displays. And if I could, let me also mention that we will have a bunch of static displays. So we will have airplanes parked out on the ramp, and the citizens are welcome to go up to those airplanes, speak to the pilots of those airplanes, ask questions. We will have QR codes so they can get information about those airplanes on their smartphones. We're going to have an F-15E, an F-15C, an F-16, which is what the Thunderbirds actually flies, the F-16. We'll have some big airplanes like the C-17, which is a big cargo airplane, and a KC-135, which is an air refueler. And then we'll have, again, some of the smaller airplanes as well as the airplanes that we fly at Vance.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time.
Kids and adults love airplanes, so I'm sure there's something for everybody at the air show. Now, just a quick question before we go. You mentioned that the last air show was in 2008.
Yes.
Do you think, what's a typical period for between air shows? Is this the norm, or it depends?
In today's environment, that's probably typical.
Okay.
So again, it may be a while. It may be 5 years. It may be longer before Vance has the opportunity to host an air show like this. Obviously, the Thunderbirds are in great demand, and there's a whole bunch of places out there that want them to perform. So we don't know for sure when the next air show is going to be. So if I could say, that's all the more reason to come out, see them while they're here. We
Right.
know they're coming this weekend. We would love to have you out to Vance Air Force Base and absolutely show you a little bit about what we do, and to thank you for all the support that you provide to Team Vance.
Well, Colonel Cunningham, thank you very much for visiting with us today. Again, if you need additional information, please visit www.vance.af.mil, or you can visit www.vanceairforcebaseopenhouse.com. Thanks for watching One-on-One with Jamara. Now we have a promotional video by Staff Sergeant Nancy Falcon, and she invites you to visit the open house this Saturday. Let's watch.
Welcome to Vance Air Force Base, home of the 71st Flying Training Wing. I'm Staff Sergeant Nancy Falcon. July 23rd, we will be proud to celebrate 75 years of service to America during our 2016 open house. This year, we've invited many flying acts and aviation partners, including Adam Baker Air Shows, the Trojan Flyers team, and of course, our U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, America's premier flight demonstration team. Our guest list may be long, but you're at the top of it. Visit www.vance.af.mil for more information, and we'll see you here July 23rd.
Great job, Jamara and Colonel Cunningham. Very informative in that little quick segment of everything. So it's 7:51. Good morning, Enid. Thanks for joining us. High today, 102. Wind's going to be out of the south at 9 in case there's a pilot watching. Want to know which way the wind blows? Well, we know it's all typically in Oklahoma when the wind comes sweeping down the plains. Okay, enough of that. Thank you for joining us. In case you missed the news a little bit earlier this morning, let's bring back the bow tie guy, Derek Silas, and the Oklahoma Minute.
A serial armed robbery suspect who is alleged to have stolen from more than 20 businesses was arrested Tuesday after a police pursuit in Tulsa. An Oklahoma judge vacated the murder conviction of a man who was serving a life sentence. The Oklahoma City Zoo conservation efforts have raised $270,000 during the last fiscal year, and the city of Enid is considering a curbside recycling program and is seeking input from the community. If you have not taken the survey, please take a moment to complete the survey at enid.org/recycling survey. And on this day in history, in 2011, NASA's Space Shuttle program completes its final and 135th mission. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Pam.
Thank you, Derek, very much. Appreciate everyone's work today on our show, our open house show, our 75th anniversary and air show today. Appreciate that very much. I'd like to remind you at 8 o'clock this morning, we have Representative Chad Caldwell. He will be giving us an update on the recent legislative session, and that's coming up at 8 o'clock this morning.
Yes. And so if you are wondering about what the weather's going to be like coming up the next 3 days, it's going to be warm. I think today is going to be around 102. Then we have a cold front coming in, 101 tomorrow, and then maybe around 103 or 4 on Saturday or Sunday. So you have a bit of a
Anything
break
past 100's hot.
coming up. But you know what today is? Today is National Tea Day. And so if you go to McAllister's, you get a free iced tea. You don't even have to purchase anything. So that's the bright spot today for everyone. So take advantage of that. And so now Brooke is back. So welcome back, Brooke.
Hi, good morning, Enid. Thanks for having me back. Glad to be with you this morning. We've got a lot going on at the Central National Bank Center. The Mid-America Youth Basketball Tournament is this weekend. However, you will find me at the air show, so be sure to stop by and say hi if you're out there. Then looking into August, we've got the Cherokee Strip Friends of NRA Banquet. That's on Saturday, August 13th. Then in September 2nd, on a Friday, we've got Ted Nugent. Then our most recent announcement is Chase Rice. Everybody we know does tour. He did release a new single just this week, and tickets start at just $20. So that would be a great early Christmas present if you're looking for something. And then our holiday show this year, Cirque Dreams Holidays. We do have a dinner before the show, so that would be a great event for the whole entire family. We do have tickets available and a group discount as well. So be sure to visit our website for a full list of all of our events coming up, and hope to see you this weekend. Thank you, and back to you, Pam and Steve.
You said something about tea. I'm not a tea drinker.
You're not? You
But
don't like
my mom
tea?
used to tell me when I was a little kid, if I would drink coffee, it'd keep my hair black.
Your mom is a liar.
No. She told me a lot of things, you know, but I do remember as a little kid sitting in the kitchen. Because she didn't want me to drink coffee. She knew I wanted to be a big, tall football player. And she goes, if you drink coffee, you're not going to be tall at all, but it'll always keep your hair black. Well, anyway, Mom's not here to have that conversation with. Say, Mom, I'm not sure that
God
turned
bless,
it.
God bless your mom.
Yeah,
I should not have said that about your mother.
That's
I'm sure
right.
Your
You
mother is a
you-
sweet, sweet person, but she
How's it
didn't know
feel
much
to
about
host your last
coffee.
show?
It's
Good
been
morning,
wonderful
Enid.
knowing-
We get
being
the
with
camera
you
off of
people.
Pam. We got to move on here. It's 7:56. We're glad that you're with us. You can see what happens in live television. Wanted to say, to remind you that we've have a series of Call Lake interviews. A lot of people are interested in the Call Lake Water Project. They want to know how this is going to work, and there's a lot of preliminary studies and things of this nature. So if you go to our website at enid.org, you will see that logo, and you can click on that and find out about everything. Okay, if you need to adopt a pet, here's a promo for you to look at. 249-4910 is the number to call. And if you want to adopt Pam or a pet, call 249-4910.
adopting.
We'll be right back after this.
We are located at 1200 South 10th here in Enid, Oklahoma, and our phone number is 580-249-4910.
Well, as you can see, we have a replacement for Pam Ballard as co-host, and our special guest this morning is Sergeant Nancy Falcon. Falcon, Air Force. Makes sense. You probably hear that all the time,
I
right?
do all the time.
So, Nancy, where are you from?
I'm actually an Army brat, so I'm from
okay.
everywhere,
Okay.
all over the place.
Okay. How long you been in Advance?
I've been here for about 2 years.
2 years,
Yes, sir.
okay. Well, folks, if you noticed earlier this morning, there was a little promo about the open house and air show. Well, that was this young lady right here that did. You did a great job with
Thank
that, by the way.
you. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate your work to get Colonel Cunningham. He probably needs all kind of guidance to get certain places, but you brought him here this morning. And we just want to say thank you to your service to our great country, and we just appreciate you. And thanks for being here today.
Your mama raised you right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, some of us have great moms, you know. Okay, Pam, you want to step out of the camera because here's your replacement. High today is going to be 102, folks. We got to get out of here. We got 10 seconds. Pam, thank you so much.
It is my pleasure.
Wish you well at the United Way and write them a big check. Nancy or Sergeant, thank you for being here as
Thank you,
well.
sir.
Thank you for joining us today on Good Morning Enid. Make it a great day. We'll see you next Thursday.